This is the first exhibition, the first big international exhibition that the Cass Sculpture Foundation is putting together. Why is it important for foundations like this to reach out internationally and commission abroad?
This exhibition was really about new opportunities. We'd always worked with British artists for the past 20 years, and we really felt that we'd established a level of expertise in the commissioning process. When we started thinking about going international, we had been doing some work in China, and it seemed like so many great works were being made there, and there was a real opportunity to create dialogue between English landscape aesthetics and Chinese landscape aesthetics, which was the root of the exhibition concept. And a lot of the artists that we approached hadn't had the opportunity to make works at this scale in this kind of landscape.
You mentioned the landscape aesthetics, and I know the title, The Beautiful Disorder, comes from a quote from a letter from a Jesuit missionary talking about the different garden styles. Can you maybe elaborate on that a little?
Jean-Denis Attiret wrote about the Chinese landscape as saying that it had a beautiful disorder to it. This was something that was really picked up by English landscape architects slightly later, but there was a book by William Chambers about Chinese landscape aesthetics, and William Chambers actually did some work in this area of England as well. So we really wanted to use this idea of a beautiful disorder to look at the, sort of an exchange between the landscapes, but also as an exchange or as a way of thinking about socio-political concerns and the wider kind of cultural context within which these artists are working. So we approached a long list of about 40 artists, Winnie Teo and Ella Liao, the other curators, and myself. We did several research trips within China and Taiwan and Hong Kong. And then once we'd done a number of studio visits, we then approached them to make a proposal for the particular exhibition. Then we reviewed all of their proposals, and then ones that we thought, one, responded to the theme really well, but two, looked at a more kind of expanded definition of sculpture, which is something we were really keen to do in this exhibition. And then three, we wanted artists that showed sort of a variety of different types of practice and responses to these particular issues.
I know you mentioned different definitions of sculpture. You've got some video pieces that are going to be included.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have some installation pieces as well. In fact, this piece behind me by Song Ta is a sculpture initially, but we're going to actually paint the entire landscape around it in grayscale.
What, the trees?
Yes, the trees, the ground, everything. So it'll look like a black and white three-dimensional photograph. So that's sort of an undertaking that we've never done before. And then Jennifer's piece in the main space as well is sort of much more installation-like.
And it involves some element, not really of participation, but the audience sort of get involved with the work.
Yeah, there's a very interactive aspect to it. So,
and that's the case with this one as well, I think.
This one will be doing some performances at the opening, which we'll then film and have on display in the gallery.
I heard that people only were allowed to come into the space if they had black and white.
Yes, that's correct.
And what do you hope that the exhibition will show to the British public?
I think hopefully it's going to show the variety of interesting artists, or a number of interesting artists from this particular generation, the high caliber of the work, and the number of interesting themes and concepts that they're engaging with in their artistic practice.
And is it the start of a new programme for Cass with international commissions?
Yes, absolutely. This has been a major project that we've been working on for the past 3 years, and we're going to start to, well, we'll continue to work with contemporary Chinese artists, and we'll start working with artists from many other countries around the world.